Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. Okay, so what I was thinking, what I'd probably want to explain a little bit is we have fairly limited in this area. Okay, at the moment what we're busy with is we're building out King Wells and the associated residential areas around it with a bit of a commercial strip in this area. I'm allowing a bit of room for a pretty big intersection over here. But what I want to explain a little bit about what I'm doing with this road is this area here, with this road being the only real arterial road that we're running through this area, I thought it best to actually allocate this road to also feed this area, so at least we've got two big arterials feeding this area, going straight back to the highway. What we can do with this one running through here, so now you might say, well, now you're not going to end up with any arterials over here, but what we can do is we can twist this arterial as well as that arterial to run in this direction, because the freeway is twisting in this area, so we can start running up new arterials from here should we need to. And this one can basically just go form an intersection in here. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Should probably do that, form an intersection in here, and then run maybe parallel with the track. Yeah, I think that could very well be. That could very well be the trick that we do here, because there needs to be a fair bit of arterials in this area as a grid if we have the highway running through here. Okay, so back to what we're busy with over here. So we've laid out some residential, and I think this road here is going to have zoning on it. I'm definitely thinking we should probably do zoning on that road as well. So at the same time that I'm looking at this, what I should do is I'm going to trim back that section a little bit. I'm going to make sure we grab a little bit of a... Okay, switch off the snapping right here. So I'm going to make sure we grab that one so that we kind of feed it all the way to there. At the same time, what I'll do is I will run this one. I don't actually mess the thing up too much, so what I'll do is I'll just run it from there and then to there, and then we'll do a bit of a crossing in the middle there. So let me grab that crossing right over there. That is not a signalized crossing, but anyway, crossing over there so that these guys can actually walk from the one side to the other side. Okay, with that in mind, let's ramp up a little bit on the... Let's ramp up the speed a little bit so we can see some of these things start filling in. The other big thing that we need to do, and I'm thinking we're going to place it around here, is a bit of a... What is that? A yoga garden. Is a bit of a yoga garden in medical. Okay, fair enough. That's probably okay. It's probably correct. A community pool. That's not bad. I wouldn't mind putting in one of those. Rehab center. All of these little assets that I've got here. Is I want a kind of a hospital, but nothing too substantial. Oh, that actually works extremely well. And it looks very good. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna squeeze in the hospital in there, right? Actually, hang on. Can we just move it a little bit? Move it over there, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just move it back over there. Yeah, I think it was a little bit too close. Ooh, that looks funny. But anyway, I think that's pretty decent as a bit of a hospital area over there. What I would like to do, maybe what I'll fill in the rest over here is then the the rest. So I've got a fairly substantial fire station on the other side. So I'll just do a bit of a smaller firehouse over here. Are we gonna squeeze them all together? Yeah, let's do that. Let's squeeze all of these things together as much as we can, and yeah, that one right over there. Yeah, I think that's decent, right? So we've got all of these things right next to each other in that area. Fire station up there. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. So we don't have any water here, so let me quickly make sure to allocate some water through there. So a through movement like that, and a through movement like that is probably a good starting point. Then what we'll do is we'll run along these. We'll run it up there. That's pretty good. We'll run this one in there and up there, and we'll tie that up there. That should actually give everybody water. So we'll make sure that we in fact tie all of this together. Let's run it on this side of the road so that we have a bit of the overlap over there. That's good. So we've got water there. Now we need a bit of a jump over for power. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run our commercial on these ones too. So if we fill in these, that should jump us the power across from that side. Okay, so we've got a university hospital here. So I'm kind of thinking, should we look into universities for here? Yeah, maybe not quite yet. But what I will want to do is actually make sure that we fill in more of this over there. We do something like that. I want to make a good fill in of that. At the same time, what we could do is we could add some stuff like, what is this? A mid-sized elementary school. That's actually not a bad idea to place it right there. Let's do that. Ooh, is it causing a bit of... That is horrible. Look at that. No, I'm not doing that. Thank you very much. I'm not going to do that. That's a horrible little asset. Excuse me. What is this? Nova City Primary School. That looks pretty good. I don't have any... Can I just switch this off a little bit? Anarchy, come on. Can we switch off Anarchy, please? Is it now switched off? No, it's still not. What the hell is going on? Okay, now it should be fine. What the hell? I'm wondering about this thing. Was that thing placed? Okay. That seems a little bit funny to me. Okay, go back, get the hospital. Now it'll work. Okay, and maybe that was what was causing this. No, it's still a bit of an issue. Why the hell am I able to completely overlap stuff over here? Am I missing something? Aha! Enable mod by default on draggable. Draggable. Enable infotext, elevation limits, slope limits. It's road anarchy. It's road anarchy. Is there any other forms of anarchy that is not switched on at the moment? What is this? What is that? Something. What is this thing? Ah, that's a little funny. Okay. Anarchy should at some point be switched off. So let's try that again. Okay, now it's on. Let's try that button again. I don't know. It's not working. It's not working the way it should. Music Academy. No, maybe not. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just tie these very closely together over there. So it kind of looks, so there's a bit of a school in there. We can do a bit of a kind of a little park situation going on at the back there. This area is actually filling in very nicely. I don't necessarily want these guys to be parking on this road over here. Didn't quite consider that. I'm gonna see if this guy uses our service road. No, he does not. These things are filling in. We don't have any rubbish collection. So the thing that I do want to make sure we do is get an advanced incineration plant and build it in one of these locations. Why is Anarchy being a pain? I don't know. I'll have to switch off and on again and see what that is. If I build it over here, that's actually a very good spot right there. So I'll build the advanced incineration plant right there. I don't like the fact that it's doing that a little bit, but that's going to be okay. It's not going to have power over here, so what we may have to do is just start filling in some more things. Excuse me, sorry. Gonna have to start to... Well, let's do that. Let's do a bit of a jump over in this general direction. So if we do a little bit of that, hopefully that'll give us some sufficient growth into this area and get these to start operating and the likes. Okay, now let's come back here and focus on how we're going to fill in the rest of this. People are already walking across here, looking very good. It's actually looking quite interesting over here, these commercial streets over here. That could get fairly busy. Oh, look at that. Lots of people making their turns into here, using the extra lane for the asymmetrical. And you know what I need to actually do is probably turn in the other one. Grab this and do that. So there's a that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. Good stuff. People are moving in, doing their thing. Anybody making use of our service road? Not quite yet. Yeah, starting to fill in nicely over here. Actually leaves a bit of room around the intersection. Those naturally start leaving a bit of room. This is a little bit close, because at some point we may want to upgrade that a little bit more. I think this is just initial... wow, look at this stream of traffic wanting to come in here. I think it's initial move-in traffic, right? Because that's just crazy. We'll have to eventually look at coming... Well, probably coming through here. Yeah, that's actually what's going to have to happen. This is going to have to be a highway network that's going to run in here. And potentially end over here. That, I think, is exactly what's going to happen here at some point. And then we're going to tie these in as best we can. At the moment, are we linking up power? We are indeed linking up power. So all of this is now working well. There's a lot. I'm not going to worry about this too much for now, because I think this is the moving in traffic that we're seeing over here. I think that's what it is that we're looking at. What I'm keen on doing is maybe about that. Let's do a little something like that. Oh, how does that look? That looks cool. I like it. I like it. That looks pretty cool, and it's filling it in quite nicely over there. I might do the same thing on the other side, even though it doesn't actually go anywhere. Actually, we'll probably just run it straight through there. There we go. And then we may as well add... no. Hang on. Add that one. And we'll add this one over here so that these guys can get across, move all the way over there. Not that they can actually access these buildings from the back, but it would be nice. It looks pretty decent to do that. Okay, we need a little bit more. So let's fill in some more stuff over here. That's a nice big block that we can fill in right over there. And I'm kind of wondering about some parks and the likes. I think this thing doesn't necessarily look very good, and if we've got a level difference that we're dealing with over here, we're gonna have some issues. Over here, see, now it's not. I think that hospital is a little funny. Oh, it has to, because it goes over the top of the road. That's why the hospital is funny. That is indeed why the hospital is funny. What I wanted to quickly have a look at is, if I do that, how does this look? It looks horrid. It really looks bad. It really looks terrible. And I think it's probably because I don't have most of the... Maybe I don't have some of the assets in here that they are showing in here. A statue, an indoor track. What are these things? Oh, the pedestrian overpasses. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll get to that at some point. Don't want to do any of this. What we could do, an urban hockey ring. That's not bad. Should we, however, maybe do it on this side? Yeah, that's probably pretty good if we do it right over there. Yeah, everybody's liking it. I think it's working quite well. I like these little boulevards. They really look good. The one-lane boulevards. I think they work well. So what we'll do is we'll just gonna start filling in. Just gonna start filling in the rest of this a little. No, let's do that and that. And then we'll actually just grab one of these. We'll just go straight to the intersection over there. Yeah. What I also like doing is do it all directions. So we'll tie it in there, and we'll tie it in there. That actually works pretty good. Nice. That looks pretty decent. Good stuff. This is still a major load of traffic coming in here, so we're working on it. I'm kind of thinking I want a bit of a commercial strip on here, but what we'll do is we'll slowly... Shall we scale it down, or shall we keep it nice and busy? Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep it nice and busy. So what I'm going to do is let's do that and that. Like so, and we'll run. I'm not sure we need to run this side because I'm worried. So if we do that and that, it should do well. And then what I'll do is I'm just gonna fill in the rest of this. So we'll fill in this side, we'll fill in that side. Probably, to be honest, I probably need a high school, so let's grab a bit of a high school in here somewhere. Linotech Library. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Oh, it's a library. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so what I'll do is over here I'll plop a school. Just make sure I'm not building anything next to it right there. So we'll build a school like so. It actually looks pretty good on that stretch over there. So now everybody should be pretty happy. These are filling in. What I'll do is I'll fill in the rest of it, but I'm kind of thinking we need to leave a little bit of room for a bit of a walkway through here. Yeah, maybe that's not the one I want to. We do something like that, kind of looks a little bit more finished product. I'm also thinking the same thing. We probably need to run a little bit of a walkway from this side to the edges here. That is pretty decently the way that a roundabout should function. And then we can fill that in a little bit later. We can also certainly start filling in these sections over here a bit. Just do a little bit like that. Do a bit of commercial in there. That's going to be pretty good. So that's going to give you service road access and then into that area. So I'm filling in this area pretty well. I'm hoping that this traffic will at some point dissipate, but we're still doing major construction in this area. So if you make your way all the way over there, you don't necessarily have an access point. I just want to quickly have a look at this. So if you do, actually, you know what, I think I'm gonna have to turn I'll turn this one around over here. So let's go for this. Just so we make appropriate use of it. So let's turn this one around. So this guy can actually make its way up and into that direction. But what we may have to do is we may actually tie this one back over here so you can get out. Maybe in line with that. So let's grab it, and what we'll do is we'll can we please snap this thing? Snap it. Now what the hell? There we go. Do that. Yeah. Okay, so you at least have both an inbound option and an outbound option, and that should probably be signalized if we wanted to work at all. Okay, so that should be good. So now these guys can go straight and into the industrial area, do their turns and the likes. Yeah, that's a good little intersection over there. How's this going? People are making use of the service roads. This doesn't actually go anywhere just yet, and I'm kind of wondering, do I tie this into there, or do I tie this into... No, I tie this into there, into this one. And I can probably bring it in a little bit earlier, something like this. Oh, so let's grab that road. Where is that nice little... This is the one. And this is going to be... What is that? Red brick sidewalks. No way, thank you. So, avenue, small avenue with trees. So I'm kind of thinking this is what I want. No, I messed it up at the very end. I messed it up. Try that again. Something like this. Why are you... There we go. At the same time, what I'll do is I'll trim this one back. We could actually run one from this side too. Can I just... Why the hell is this snapping thing struggling so much? Yeah, we could tie in a bit of a roundabout in here as well. Okay, so what I'll do... Why the hell? Come on. What are you doing? Okay, so there... What? This is crazy. Okay, now roundabout over here. Just gonna go back for this basic one. Shall we do it with like so? Ah, come on, give me this. Something's funny. Too much. 4. I need snapping, actually, to be honest. I do need the snapping. So let's I hate it when the stuff struggles. I do hate it when that happens. Okay, let's try and extend this one out a little bit. Okay, and what we'll do is why does this thing keep doing that? Crazy. Okay, well that's gonna have to do. What I'll do, if I can, something like this, because I'll have to turn it to get it in there. Okay, well, these, it looks like they're about equidistant. Shall I... Ooh, I could actually try this one. Actually, where's the one way? So let's try the one way with the trees. And right there. That's a problem. Let's trim it back. Let's trim it back. What is going on? Road anarchy is killing me, or some kind of anarchy is killing me big time over here. Okay, give me this thing, right? 5. 5. It's still doing that thing. Something is still creepy over here. What? Okay. 5 and... What the hell? There we go. Okay, now let's build this thing. Okay, now it seems like we now have stuff sorted out a little bit. So let's grab this thing. Tie that. Tie that one. It's probably a little bit longer than I would want it. Doesn't have to be perfect though, so let's road angle. It's not, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Okay, and hopefully this doesn't look too shabby if we do that. Actually, that looks pretty okay. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to tweak this line a little bit. Like that. Now it looks a little bit better. And this one here, let's grab that. And question is, do I maintain that as is, or do I? Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. A pretty decent use of this area. That is a little weird. It does look a little funny, but I think it's okay. I think that's okay. It's never going to be perfect. So these guys can go straight into this area now, and that's a pretty decent sized collector road that we build in the middle of it. These guys can of course do some extensions of their service road, and we may do that a little bit later. What is this saying? Not enough goods to sell. So from here you're supposed to get goods, right? Has this been sorted? No, it's still a major nightmare. Everywhere, from everywhere. Look at that. Crazy. Look. It's crazy. Something here is causing so much traffic, and I don't necessarily know what it is. Well, what I'm going to do for now, just take this off and have everybody do their thing. And why they don't do both the lanes in there is a whole other issue. So I just switched off those two traffic lights. I'll switch them in. You know what? Let's just clear the traffic. Clear the traffic, and we'll start it all over again. Let me actually indeed switch this back in. That one we'll leave for now. See if we still have a lot of issues with this movement. It's got a 2-lane turn. It really does. So I don't know why we're seeing all of that. There's nothing going over the top here, so you can't actually feed in all the way from the other side. So that is going to be a busy intersection. This is going to be the big boy. We're going to need a big intersection over here to deal with all of the traffic from that side also. But other than that, working quite well. What I quickly wanted to check is if I do indeed run... If I... Hang on. Can I just turn off snapping? So I run it right in the middle there. Yeah, that looks very decent. I like it a lot. Nice. Oh, it tied in a little bit. And it's tying in on this side, but what we'll do is we will do a little bit like that, so there's a little tie-in. I think that's okay. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Ooh, that messed it up. I'm not sure if it's gonna go back. Better if I do that. Where is that? Oh, here it is. That's decent, just like that. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side, just so that we... Gonna do this thing right here. Okay, so people can actually walk. It looks pretty decent. There's a nice walkway in there. Nice, I like it. Service road is working. This shouldn't have any problems with the speed and the likes. This one is... Yeah, I think this was the issue here. So I'm happy we've taken out that signal right there, just to see what is going on over here. I'm going to put it back, but just for now I don't want it to block up all the potential traffic. It is a crazy amount of traffic coming in this direction. I don't quite understand why that is. I've got... Where are they going? These commercial areas? Really? Can it be that these commercial areas is drawing in all the traffic? Well, the one thing that pisses me off a little bit about this, oh, and we're probably at the end of the episode, what I quickly wanted to check is I saw something about improved traffic AI somewhere. So if I have a quick look at that, policies, look at this. Let's go through this. Tutorial, simulation. Okay. Simulation accuracy, higher accuracy reduces performance. So we've got high accuracy. Well, let's do high. Customize contact, activated features, time, all of that. Gameplay. Aha. So let's see. Vehicle behavior is minor complaints, path of evil, rush hour. Let's switch one of those on and see. Realistic speed, road conditions has a bigger impact on vehicle speed. That's fine. Disable spawning, whatever. Advanced AI. Enable advanced vehicle AI. Dynamic lane selection. Your vehicles performing dynamic lane perception. 50%. That should be good. And enable realistic parking. That's pretty good. Policies. Let's see. At junctions. Buses may ignore lane arrows. I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. Vehicles may enter a blocked junction. No. Vehicles may do U-turns at junctions. Probably yes. The way I'm setting things up is probably a good idea for it to do that. Vehicles going straight on may change lanes at junction. Yes. Vehicles follow priority rules at junctions with timed traffic lights. Vehicles follow priority rules at junctions with timed traffic lights. Okay, I'm not going to switch that on. On the roads, vehicle restrictions, aggression, medium. Ban private cars and trucks on bus lanes. Yes. Enable highway-specific lane merging, splitting rules. Yes. Heavy vehicles prefer outer lanes of the highways. Yes. In case of emergency evacuation, buses may ignore traffic rules. Yes, that sounds good. Overlays. Priority signs, timed traffic lights, speed limits, vehicles, junctions, connectors, connected lanes, nodes, lengths. Okay, maintenance, reset stuck sims and vehicles, reload global configuration, reset global, and show path find stats. Okay, so there we go. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm actually going to restart between episodes. So next episode, we should hopefully see a little bit better results for this. Oh, look, we're already seeing some better things happening over here. Okay, guys, well, I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Cities Skylines Exactly. In the next episode, we will continue to build out this area a little bit more. Fill in that, fill in this, and see how we go. What we fill in these areas over here. But I'm liking that we're filling in the city doing a pretty decent job of filling in the city. Oh, the other thing we need to do here is death care, but we'll get there. Okay, guys, thanks for much watching. Thank you so much for watching. Get your words right. If you've liked it, hit that button, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.